Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty 4, and the reason for that being is I have just a ridiculous amount of Call of Duty 4 gameplay saved in my computer. Been playing a whole lot of it lately. You guys may have noticed from the videos I've been going up this week or so, where a lot of it's Call of Duty 4 stuff. I just like going back to this game. It's fun. It's the first Call of Duty game I ever played 7 years ago, back in 2007. And I like going back for the memories. And that leads me to ask you guys, what Call of Duty game did you guys start on? Now, it's kind of hard to judge like exact numbers and stuff from the comment section. So in the description of this video, there's a straw poll that you guys can go to. And you guys can vote as to what Call of Duty game you guys started out on. Be it the first one, COD 2, COD 3, COD 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, or Ghost. I figured I'd name them all. Which ones did you guys start on? I'm just interested to know about that. Based upon the perfect Call of Duty video, I feel as though a lot of you guys probably started off in Black Ops 2, or maybe even Call of Duty Ghost, because in the perfect Call of Duty video where you guys were voting on what weapons, what guns, what maps, what kill streaks would make it into this perfect Call of Duty game, a lot of them were Black Ops 2 or Call of Duty Ghost stuff. So I'm wondering, what ones do you guys start out on? What was your first multiplayer experience in Call of Duty? Let me know about that. But one of the questions I get pretty often, pretty frequently in Dear Near, and I've answered it a few times, I think, is gaming. Gaming versus real life, for the most part. I'm just going to dub it that. Do I regret gaming as much as I do? Do I feel as though, because I'm 22 years old right now, and I think I'm definitely on a different life path than a lot of people my age, whereas my day consists of YouTube and video games, and that's really what every single day of my life has consisted of for the past 3 years, and that's definitely different. And I still have to try to explain to people, because I'm 22 now. It's like, they ask, what do you do? You know, you're 22, you have a job, right? What do you do? Like, oh, I play video games. No, really, what do you do? No, I play video games and talk about them, stuff. It's just really hard because a lot of people don't even know about YouTube, don't know how video games and that whole system works. And another question I seem to get pretty frequently on Dear Nero, and I've answered it a few times, I believe, as well, is my parents think I'm wasting my time. You know, a lot of people they're younger, like I'm say 13, 14, 15, and they're having issues with their family kind of accepting the fact that they like video games. You know, like one in particular, I remember, guy's like, I'm not the best student in the world, but I get like consistently B's, which a B is like it's like an 80 to a 9, I think 80 to a 90% in America. I think that's general across the board. I think that's roughly what a B is. Like he gets good grades. He doesn't get A's, but he gets good grades. Like I get good grades. I don't get in trouble. I just like to play video games when I'm done with my homework, and my parents think I'm wasting my time. And I tried answering for the guy, what's the difference? What is with older people and not understanding the difference between video games and real life, and how there really isn't too big of a difference on certain scales? I think the experiences that you have in video games can be just as rewarding, if not sometimes more, than the stuff you can do in real life. Like I said earlier, I'm on a very different life path than a lot of people my age. I'm 22 years old. I'm a 22-year-old guy. A lot of guys that are my age now that I went to school with, they have normal jobs. They could be out doing that. Or a lot of them have gone to college. That's definitely a career path that a lot of people my age go about. Or they're starting families, right? I'm doing none of these things. And, I'm definitely on a way different life path than just about anyone else I know. And the experiences they have, are they necessarily better than the one I'm getting in my life? You know, I can understand the idea of like they're having a family, which I don't know, the idea of having a family at 22 when you really don't have no idea what your life is going to entail. If I ever do have children, which I really don't ever want to have children, but if I do somehow have children in the near future, or distant future, not near future, in the distant future, I want to be really secure in my life. I want to own my own house. You know, I want to have a ridiculously good life, so that I'm never struggling with my children. But is the experiences they get necessarily better? Let's compare someone that goes out drinking with their friends for the night versus someone that just plays video games with their friends for the night. Is there really a difference in the experience there? You know, if you're enjoying what you're doing, if those people enjoy, you know, hanging out, relaxing, having a few beers with their friends, doing whatever, if they enjoy that, then what's the harm of it? There's no harm in it unless they decide to drive. There's no harm in it unless they, you know, that alcohol tends to do bad things to them, as if like they get in fights with their friends or they get in fights with their loved ones. But if it's just a nice, relaxing, no negatives really to it at all, and it's not affecting their jobs, not affecting their career, it's not affecting their school, what's the harm in them going out for a drink? I mean, I don't personally drink. What's the harm in them going to do that? At the same effect, what is the harm in me or you or anybody just playing video games. What is the harm in that? I feel as though video games can be just amazing experiences in your life. I still talk to my friends to this day. I talk to them every day. We have a Skype chat, and we still make references to things that happened on video games. Back in Call of Duty 4, back in World at War, and we still laugh about them. We still, bring up times this happened, or, one of the biggest things I've done in gaming that just kind of sticks with me is my 9-hour open lobby I had on Call of Duty World at War. That was fun. We started out at 9 o'clock at night, and we played, I hosted that open lobby, people came, people left, we did that from 9 o'clock at night till 6 o'clock in the morning, and it was a 9-hour open lobby, and it was so much fun, and I still talk about it to this day. I still think it was a really fun experience. It was just something that I really enjoyed. And gaming itself should not be looked down upon for that reason. It's something you enjoy. It's something that's fun, and it doesn't hurt you. As long as, if you play a lot of video games and you enjoy them, and gaming is just something that you like to do, as long as it does not affect your school, as long as it does not affect your work, as long as it doesn't affect maybe your family or things like that, as long as there's no actual negative repercussions to it, what is the harm in gaming at all? Like, what is? I don't see a downside. Yet there's still like this kind of opinion of people throughout the world that gaming is something that's kind of looked down upon. Gaming is something that 10 to 12-year-olds do to pass the time between dinner and bedtime. That it really isn't that. But the whole world just kind of doesn't seem to get that, especially where I'm from. They really still don't seem to understand that gaming itself is a pretty fun way to pass the time. Yeah, so that's one of the questions I get pretty frequently for Dear Nero. You shouldn't be ashamed of gaming. If you enjoy gaming, it's a solid part of your day. It's something you look forward to. It's a hobby. It's an interest. Everybody needs a hobby, and everyone needs to have interest. If that's it for you, as long as it does not affect your school, your work, your relationships, whatever it is, then what's the downside to it? What is the downside to gaming? There really isn't any, except for, the old coots that are like, oh, Call of Duty, Call of Duty is a real training killing simulator. It's a marine killing simulator is what it is. That's what Call of Duty is. It teaches these kids to shoot up schools and do drugs and listen to rock and roll music. I don't understand any of that. It doesn't make any sense to me, because every time, there's some kind of horrible travesty, then people always try to blame video games. But in reality, you and I, we know, because we're actually gamers, not just people sitting at a news booth. We know that gaming is a fun part of your day. It's something that you can do with your friends. It's enjoyable, and it creates experiences and memories that are just as good, if not so, than stuff that happens in real life. So that's my take on that topic. Well, either way, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And if you did, please share the rating where you guys feel the video deserves. And remember, straw poll. There's a straw poll in the description. Go there and vote. And let me know what Call of Duty games you guys start out on first, because I'm just interested to see. That'd be very nice to know. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And if you did, please share the rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.